Recording. Okay, hello everybody. Good morning, it's Wednesday. We're doing a little chat today. We are recording this, so this will go out to help other people, hopefully, who might need some inspiration or support in a natural way. So we're going to talk about essential oils. It's our favourite topic. Every Wednesday we get together in groups when we can to share what's been working for us personally and inspire each other. So today, guys, I want you to share with the group, okay, something that you've been loving recently. So like a recent oil you went in the last month, something that's really helped you physically, maybe to get through some self-development, something that you've recommended to a family member or friends, and just tell us a bit more about that oil and the experience. And then also, if you can, share with us your favorite oil of all time, like the biggest oily win you've had since you started this journey. And guys, those of you listening, these women are not just friends of mine, they're incredible advocates for essential oils. So if you want some support and you know these people on here, reach out to them and ask for some samples. Say I'm struggling with something physical, emotional, spiritual, mental, it doesn't matter, situational. There's always going to be an oil that will help assist you and to recover, to heal, help the body heal, and just change your life. It's very quick when you start using these oils, aren't they? And they're very high frequency. So let's start. Who would like to begin? Vicky, do you want to go first? Vicky, Tyler, yeah? What's your recent oily win? I'm going to mute myself because Toby's watching a bit of TV, so I have to give you some quiet time.
Hi everyone. So I'm gonna jump in first with, I've got a peppermint touch, which I know a lot of us have actually received recently. It's just amazing. It's got so many uses. For me, it is my number one go-to for energy in this minute. I've got a lot going on right now, and when I suddenly feel a bit head all over the shop, need to put it together, and I need a bit more energy with it. So if I've got a few things I want to get done and I'm feeling maybe a bit drained, all day, every day, a little bit down the neck, not literally all day, every day, but when I feel the need, a little bit on the back of the neck. Another wonderful thing to share from our friend Natasha, is she loves to use it. Actually, it's wonderful to keep you cool when it's really hot. So again, on the back of the neck, on a hot day, that'll help to cool you down. But for me, it's my energy go-to currently. Energy and concentration. Give me a little boost. And my all-time favourite, which I never thought I'd say it, currently, is oregano. Now, oregano is a really powerful oil. I could probably even call it scary for me personally at one point. Oregano is spiritually the oil of non-attachment. And I now know that when I first ever came onto a call with this group, it was a Tuesday night call, I think, why of all the oils I picked and wanted to connect with oregano, I put a drop of it in my hand and I smelt it, and it's so strong, so powerful, almost overcoming really. But at that time, I'd really been working on letting stuff go. And now, a few months later, or whatever that is, 6 months later, I have it in my food, not all the time, but when I feel the need, or just when it jumps out at me, it's just a wonderful powerhouse for me. If you've got something big coming up and you just need to let it go, it's wonderful, wonderful. Like to call him a he. This is my Mr. Oregano. He's strong and he's powerful. He picks me up and sorts me out when I really need it. But physically, this is another reason why it's my current all-time favourite, is I very recently had a tooth abscess come up, and within 12 hours it went from nothing to really big, and one night I couldn't eat, it hurt to close my teeth, so I couldn't chew on anything properly. What I was eating, I popped a drop of oregano into it. That does come with a warning when you use it. Don't use it in a small amount of food. It needs to be diluted because it is very strong. It's a hot oil. But yeah, I put a small amount in my risotto that I was having, and within 1 hour, the abscess had completely gone. And the last time this happened to me, I ended up with root canal therapy and a tooth removed. So this is like real hardcore. That's my favorite oil.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Thanks, Vicky.
comes with a warning, so approach it with respect.
So I was going to ask you, how would you use that for non-attachment spiritually, emotionally, right?
Yeah.
How do you apply it? Do you diffuse it in a diffuser, or would you put it on your skin?
Personally, I don't diffuse it because some people do like to, but for me, I don't. It's currently it doesn't do it for me in the diffuser, you know, and I don't want to have a smell around that I feel averse to, you know, because the diffuser obviously keeps it really in the air. I love the smell in small doses, so I will have I will put a drop in my hand. That's not for everyone because it, you know, it can still feel a bit sensitive on the skin, but for me it's good. Or just literally have a little sniff from the bottle. Okay, but my number one favorite is in food because it is very powerful. One drop in a spaghetti pot, anything Italian, it's really bag ball. I wouldn't use it in a chili personally, you know, anything Italian I would say. So risotto, all my pasta dishes, but be sparing with it. For me, I can smell it when I eat it, as in it's so powerful that I get it aromatherapy, if that's the word, you know what I mean.
Internally, because it's safe to go internally.
Yes, as internally, I'm also smelling it. It's because it's very strong. It's such a powerful taste. But yeah, it's for me internally or just inhaled, cupped in the hands. Don't be scared of it.
Yeah, thank you. Great testimonial about oregano. That's one in the main kit, that one of the cheaper family kits that people don't tend to go near.
I have to say, Charlotte, and everybody, exactly that. This was the last one. This was nearly 6 months of sitting in my box untouched. Because all I'd ever read was, I don't want my house to smell like pizza, you know, in my... I don't know what to do with it because it's so powerful. But yeah, anyway, it did jump.
Awesome.
The first time it came out, Charlotte, was when you asked us to do a meditation with an oil that jumped out at us, and this one literally jumped out the box. And that was my little love affair with oregano began.
And just before we move on, Vicky, I do want to say that about you, that you do have this inbuilt great connection with your intuition. You do. You're very good at trusting where you're guided in terms of what oil to pick. So hats off to you for going there. Against maybe the logical, this smells like pizza. I know what that's like. I did the same thing once. I put oregano after an event. I was floored in bed for 3 days later, and put coconut oil and about 2 drops or 3 drops of oregano all the way up my upper body, and it really massively helped shift something energetically, an attachment or something that was very, very, very heavy, to the point where I couldn't even get out of bed, heavy. And it really worked to shift that instantly. Within minutes I could feel the change in my energy. So this is probably an underestimated oil that we're now discovering, you know, and it's so nice to hear your share. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now you've got to go off to Swindon, haven't you? So
thank you.
but you're going to hang on to the call to listen to everyone else's shares. Thank you, sweetheart. Who would like to share next about their recent oily wins? Or Amanda. Hey, honey.
Morning, everyone. Hope you're well.
Yeah, good, thank you.
I show the one I've just done recently. It's not a recent oil. I use it quite often, but in a different way, more spiritually wise. That's George coming in. Basically, is my On Guard, which I use every day when I get up, and in the evening when I brush my teeth. So it's an On Guard thing. But I think recently, obviously, we were on holiday together, and the main thing that came up on holiday was boundaries. And we've been using different oils for boundaries, and mine was being On Guard, which I have used a lot. But it's just been sort of relating with the boundaries and how to relate that in our life, and how spiritually we need to put more boundaries in as well to protect ourselves. So it's been quite a protective oil, which I do use a lot in my healing treatments, but I've been using it more recently for just day-to-day things. I think the energy has been quite powerful the last couple of weeks, I've noticed, and I just need to put a bit more on that to protect my energy, and just make sure that I'm okay spiritually wise. So that's what I've been using my thing, On Guard. And obviously On Guard is amazing for everything else, for like flu, but you know, things. So that's why I use it always. I use it just a couple of drops on my toothbrush, and then brush it after I brush my teeth, just for protection there. Obviously, you've got the On Guard toothpaste anyway, but I just find that good for protection, and also it's like an antibacterial in your mouth as well. And also I put a couple of drops on my feet before I go to bed as well. So that's my main thing, On Guard. And the one I use all the time, which is my favourite oil, which really got me into doTERRA with it, is Peace. And that's mainly for like anxiety and stress. I didn't realise I had anxiety until I went into lockdown, and until I realised I had all this like buzzing in my body. Until I slowed down, I realised that I had this anxiety all the time. And I used Peace anyway, but I really found that if I didn't use Peace, the anxiety started bubbling up again. And obviously now we're getting back into the school coming up in a couple of weeks, or in a week's time and stuff. I'm definitely going to go back to my Peace. And I use it a lot for people who have anxiety, or even like mental health problems. I gave it to one lady who has schizophrenia, which is one of my neighbours, and I just intuitively just said, right, I've got this oil for you, gave her a sample, and then she came back to me a couple of days and said, thank you, this has really helped her. So it's a really powerful oil for like anxiety and stress, and I think it's definitely one for mental health kit I'll be recommending. So
is that the lady, Amanda, the story you told me about before, that where she was really on her knees sort of thing in a bad way?
Yeah.
And then you just felt to go to her house, you didn't know what she was going through. Oh my God, that was an amazing story.
Yeah, I don't know what has happened now, but I do hope that she's on a better path there. And obviously she was on medication, and no one was helping her, and the medication wasn't helping her, and she was in despair really. I just think she just wanted to call out. So I just got called to give her Peace, and it really helped. And I've given Peace quite a few people who have suffered a lot from mental health, anxiety and depression, and it really calms them down, really brings them back into their body, and just brings them into the present moment, so they can start to digest what's going on and start to sort of move on a bit more. Then suddenly with all the medication, they're sort of out of their body and not really there, and they find it really struggles. So I think Peace is a really lovely oil. I don't know anyone who doesn't like Peace. It's a very nice calming oil. I use it in my treatments as well, so all my clients love it. So that's my number one oil. I just realised I haven't got much left, so I need to get some more.
And thank you about On Guard as well. I know that is one of your favourite ones. Have you tried the On Guard other products? Because they do a whole range, don't they? Like the hand sanitizer, it's the hand gel. Have you tried that yet?
I haven't tried it myself. Obviously, I've used yours and I've been yours, and I've used the cleaning, experience of cleaning stuff and everything. So, but no, I haven't used it. I have used it in my own squirt bottles, so you can make your own squirty bottles and put On Guard in there, and some lemon as well as for cleaning. So make your own bottles up.
So versatile, cleaning the house, boosting your immune system whilst cleaning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially at this time when and it's really good, like instead of using the sanitizers at the moment, you have it in your bag instead of keep using all the toxic sanitizers around. If you use that instead, I think that's a really good way to clean your hands.
I'm thinking about getting one for Toby for when he starts back at school next week, so that he can have his own, because I know then it's like boosting his immune system rather than stripping the microfiber and the suppressing his immune system, which a lot of them do, which we're not taught about. We're not told. We're just, there's a lot of, we're not told about health really, are we? So thank you. Lovely shares. Who would like to go next this morning? Montana. I had a feeling it might be you next. Off you go, darling. So you joined us, how long ago was it? 2 months? Would you say? 6 to 8 weeks ago? Fairly new on your journey.
Yeah, but
so
yeah. All right. So I'm gonna share Wild Orange. Wild Orange for me has been like my best friend in a bottle. Because last week, obviously, in lockdown, it's brought so much stuff, and I have to keep going in and look at these things, and it's meant that what's really without realising what I've been doing, that's been supporting me, is waking up in the morning knowing that, each day there's something popping, as we say, so coming up, looked at. So I wake up in the morning and I go over to the food and I put wild orange in with the business tray and just put it on for an hour. And it just, because the citrus oil and all up lid in, they read this specific for me, it just brings like the whole uplifting atmosphere into the room where I'm spending the day and I'm going to be some shadow work or journaling or some heavy stuff, and just kind of bring a bit of a more balance in my atmosphere. I know that there'll be some stuff coming up. So yes, it's been a sense. This is a little
Fontana, we've got internet issues. We can't really, I don't know if Vicky's the same, but can't really hear you very well. But I know you, so I can interpret what you're saying. But for some reason it's going.
okay, friend.
Can you hear Vicky? Can you hear Fontana well, or is it a bit?
It's just breaking up. Like you, Charlotte, I know what you're saying. So
I know what she's saying, but
I can piece the sentences together.
So are you based on wild orange as your favourite has been really helpful to you because of everything that's been going on, the density, what's going on in the world collectively, you felt that, and with your own journey and processing, you found that it's lifted you. And I remember when you started that it was joy, wasn't it? Reminding you to be in joy. And that's exactly what wild orange is.
Yeah, because when I was going in, so going so much in the show work, we forget that, that joy can support us on the way. It doesn't have to be a suffering transformation. And I think something that's been quite hard for me to embrace. And so this has helped me at that balance. Okay, actually, I can still stay in some optimism and be supported in that way.
Yeah. So it's helped you support you to be optimistic when, and to make it the transition with ease rather than challenge. Because we're I think in the past we've been growing through pain and suffering, but from this year onwards we can choose. We don't need that path anymore. We can choose to grow with ease, and that's, you probably stumbled across the oils at the right time then. And you've
exactly right. Yeah, I've been in the shadow for a while.
Exactly. So you find that now when you're working with your shadow, we call it shadow in our healing community, where we're looking at the fears, the shame, the guilt, the pain, the suffering in the past lives, this life in the past. And you think now, since using the oils, you're saying they've helped you to heal with ease, a little bit easier.
Yeah, it's the entertaining idea that I actually agree with exactly what you just said a minute ago. Growing with joy instead of suffering.
Growing with joy.
And that was the key difference before finding the oils and finding a way that can actually nurture myself emotionally in a new way.
Yeah.
I didn't embrace the idea that I could actually really feel joy and not pain all the time. That joy was actually another way to allow in. And it goes on with what I do with Master Yoga. So it's to support, it works in hand with my work very well, which is great.
So it supports the other stuff you do. It kind of solidifies and strengthens the other work. Blends together. Nah.
Yeah. So the other one to share. I'm still waking up. Apologies, half dead. I have Frankie in here. And And this is another one that I use, I'll probably say about 3 times a week, depending on how much I go out. So it's on top of my fridge, so it's in light for me. And the way I use one, again, like we noticed just organically, when my energy feels overloaded or overwhelmed with people energy, maybe on a call for work or something like that, and I've been supporting other people, and I've not remembered to
do you to clear your own field,
to bubble myself up and to do good stuff. Frankincense, the way I describe experience for me with frankincense is I only just do 3 sprays in my aura, and I don't know anyone that has Reiki or spiritual healing, but it's literally the same sensation in my field as with Reiki and spiritual healing, and it's like a warm wash of light. And it just completely, it's like a reset in terms of where I felt before, energetically, sensationally, to after this permeates my bubble. My bubble that's filled with people's crap. So
do you mix
so yeah, it's
it?
got in as well. My thing got in a big bowl.
So what's in there, Fontana? Because I don't think people would have caught that. Frankincense with.
So this one is frankincense
with water.
So whichever one, I've literally done it with organic water, and I've just kept really pure. Yeah, water big one piece. I usually always a bath, and I normally mix them in with my water. It's big what we can do.
Yeah.
That just works for me.
I've got one here: lemon, frankincense, and carbaiba in a glass bottle.
Right.
I do. You just reminded me to do the same. It really works, though. Like, I'm glad it's not just me talking about it, raving about it, because I really believe in it. The lemon obviously clears the space, and frankincense sort of lifts you, doesn't it, in a very divine way, in a very I'm going to connect with you now sort of way. And the carbaiba is beautiful as well for unveiling.
Yeah, that's why I think spiritual healing, experience coming clear, because it's that divine energy that come through from it. That's the word, that one.
Yeah, rather than divine energy coming through someone else's body and hands, come straight through the plants directly. It's interesting. Thanks, honey. Yeah, sorry we couldn't hear you that well, but hopefully I interpreted okay. For anyone that doesn't know you.
Yeah, it's going to take place today.
One of those things. But do you know what I did think?
You're welcome.
Forgive me if you don't mind me saying this. I felt like it was it was looking at you speaking out. You know, that's been a common thread for you, isn't it? Speaking out, and there's like that interference with your voice physically on this call. So I wonder if there's something there to look at in terms of how am I feeling about confidence in speaking out. But this will go out, so be a good step forward.
I feel absolutely adequate at time. If you would like to know the truth, that is true. All people are real. All people who have names are not easy when you can with self-expression. We shop anyway we can make it a step day.
I don't know what you said there. I can't translate that. What do you think about that, though? Yeah? You think there's something there? With the speaking out? Yeah. I thought you might agree. Anyway, love you loads, Fontana. Thank you for those 2 shares. Let's go on to Vicky now.
Thank you, everyone, for your shares. They've been amazing. So I've been sat here kind of thinking, my gosh, or you know, I just don't know what to share, because I have so many like experiences, and And actually, interestingly, I've felt quite anxious talking about this, because I know we're being, you know, usually we just come on and have a chat, right? But the fact that this is being recorded, I'm feeling, so something's coming up in me around judgment, right? Because I know people are going to watch this, and yeah, so I thought, do you know what I'm going to talk about? I'm going to talk about wintergreen. Wintergreen here. So wintergreen for me is all about trusting and surrendering. And I'm actually going to put some of this on right now, because I feel like I need to just trust and surrender, and just, yeah, speak from my heart, and share and trust that I will be supported, and that I won't be judged. So yeah, wintergreen. I use wintergreen for exactly that. So if something's coming up for me on an emotional level or a spiritual level, particularly, so I've been working through quite a lot of, quite a lot of stuff over the last couple of weeks. Fontana and I were talking about it yesterday. I'm not gonna lie, it's been tough. And for me, trusting and surrendering to my emotional body has been difficult for me, because my emotional body is super, super powerful. Like when I feel, you know, whether that's grief or sadness or joy or you know, whatever that emotion is, it really, really takes me to a place of such deep, deep feeling. Sometimes for me, it's trusting that I will come back. So I've been working through some dark feminine stuff. I'm starting, so like you guys will know this, but it's like the veil has been lifted, and I'm seeing life with a totally different perspective. And I'm not gonna lie, it's been terrifying. You know, everyone that knows me will know that, you know, I have so much love in my heart, and it's such a beautiful place to be. But I think I'm kind of I'm ready for the next layer. So I'm seeing things that I've never seen before. You know, energetically, I'm seeing things in people that I've never noticed before. And there's been a lot of self-judgment on myself, you know, judging what I'm seeing, and then having to reflect that back to myself. The lovely Fontana yesterday really was supporting me in that, you know, reflecting it back to myself and looking at those parts of me, that the shadow parts of me that have been hidden, that have been suppressed and have been judged. And another one I'm working with, just because while we're talking about it, is Jupiter berry, which is also a very, very powerful oil in that it helps you to see through the darkness. It helps you to lift the veil. It helps you to see, it helps you to see. So for me, it's all about perspective, right? I just see things so differently. Like, it's like there's so much change. And honestly, I didn't plan to talk about this, but my brain is still really discombobulated, and I'm still trying to pull all the pieces together. So going back to wintergreen, wintergreen is such a powerful, powerful oil. And I use it every time I go into breath work. I use it in meditation. I use it if I want to go in and do some journaling. because for me, we really need to just surrender. We really need to strip ourselves back and just take the layers, so we can expose what needs to be exposed to get the growth, right? So yeah, for me, wintergreen is being super powerful. And then my all-time favorite oil is vetiver. Yeah, I love vetiver. So vetiver was the first oil that I connected with. And so for me, vetiver is my grounding oil. This is Mother Earth in a bottle. And I've worked with aromatic anchoring. So now with this, I just take one smell and I'm there, I'm connected, my roots, I'm grounded to Mother Earth. And especially, you know, with the last few weeks with what I've been going through, because sometimes I can get very in my head and I can get quite analytical, and I need to come back down to my heart and center and find Mother Earth and just get that groundedness, if that's the word. Just be grounded. So yeah, vetiver is my all-time favorite oil, my trusty oil. This goes everywhere with me. So, you know, sometimes in life you can go to the supermarket and you're doing your kind of everyday things, and sometimes you just need to grab whatever your go-to oil is. Mine's vetiver, and that's it, one sniff. And if anyone wants to know more about aromatic anchoring, I can talk you through that. There's a lovely little book here. And it's actually something I'm teaching the children. So, you know, as the children, any age really, but Jasmine is starting college again in September. Oh my goodness. So I've been teaching the children about aromatic anchoring, whatever the oil is that they need. Yeah, how they can do that. And that's a really super powerful tool for adults and children, for us all. Yeah, so I hope that's been helpful. Oh my gosh, that was massive, ladies.
That was beautiful.
Oh.
Perfect. Just divine. You're very natural at it. You might not think so.
Oh, thank you.
Do you want to share a bit more about aromatic anchoring? Do you want to, like, so if someone said, oh, what is that? What would be your answer?
So it's a really powerful way to connect to, so you have like a bulb at the top of your nose here, and it's called the olfactory bulb. Maybe I mispronounced.
Olfactory.
Yeah. And so what happens is when you smell an oil, the aroma of the oil goes up and hits this bulb, and it then kind of it goes into your limbic system, right? So it also helps with the neurotransmissions in the brain, and it helps access, for me, like that emotional body, you know, because since childhood, you know, we experience traumas, or we experience things in our life that we hold on to into our emotional body. So that might be something, as something, it might be something like you know, you haven't, you know, received hugs from your mum, or it could be something as far as, you know, sexual abuse that you haven't acknowledged or worked through. It could be anything, but our body, we hold on to these experiences, we hold on to these traumas, and what I found is, if they're not acknowledged, if they're not worked through, they can manifest into physical pain. So at the beginning of my journey, my healing journey, I had a lot of physical pain. I was diagnosed with, they thought I had ME, they thought I had MS, I've now, it was chronic fatigue syndrome, it was Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, but all these things come under chronic illness. And then, so one day I just decided to get well holistically. It was like a knowing. And I stopped all my pharmaceutical medication. And that's when my journey began. And so aromatic anchoring, along with other things like experiential healing, my diet, meditation, Kundalini yoga. So the oils have become one of my tools to access those traumas that we store within our body. So the traumas are stored in like our muscles, in like everywhere. I mean, I had a lot of trauma I held within my womb. So I've done a lot of womb work. And depending on your belief system, this can go back generations. So I've been working on stuff that has gone through generations of the female line. So not only are these tools, these beautiful, Mother Earth's gifts to us, I feel very passionately about Mother Earth is giving us the tools to heal from the inside out, and what a gift. And these oils work, and like, I guess lots of people might be quite skeptical, right? Like, with these oils, are they really going to work? And honestly, I was one of those people too, because I had tried so many years of therapy and drugs to get well on a physical level, but also on an emotional level as well. And I just cannot express my gratitude for these oils. They have completely changed my life. And they're also changing my family's life, my husband, my children. And it's so empowering now that we kind of have these tools. We have like our very own holistic natural pharmacy at home, right? So whether you have toothache or you have, my daughter Jasmine, she started her period this morning. So she came to me and was like, Mummy, I've got cramps, and we put Clary Calm on her tummy. So she knows exactly which oil to go for. And sometimes she'll go for lavender or something else, but it's so empowering to take back ownership. It's so empowering to take back, control of your own health. And honestly, I feel so grateful and so blessed to have these oils at my fingertips. And, like I say, there's an oil for everything. Honestly, if your children are having nightmares, if, with anxiety, Amanda was talking about anxiety, which is something I've experienced, and depression. There are so many oils. I could give you testimonials on every single oil, because I believe every oil has its own consciousness. So like rose, for example, I have rose here that Charlotte gave me as a sample. And she is so, when you connect, so what I do with my oils is I connect to their frequency, their vibration, and their consciousness. And if you listen, they will speak to you. There are gifts within the oils. There are messages. And now I'm thinking, oh my gosh, some people are going to be thinking, oh my God, she's crazy. What is she talking about? But this is from my heart, right?
Don't feel like that. There'll be our tribe out there that are waiting for people to speak up about this stuff. Yeah. They will be listening up until now. So
yeah, I can feel my ego coming in there. But I was just like, come back to my heart. This is my passion. This is my love, right? And and that's okay. This is my perspective. This is my experience, and I'm just sharing. You know, it's all about. Yeah, I just have so much love for these oils, and so much love for you ladies also, you know, because I wouldn't be here without you guys, and with our tribe, with this community that we have created. I feel so connected. I feel like I've found my soul family. I feel like you guys, and this like going back to the judgment thing, I don't feel that with you ladies. You know, we've created a community where women support women, you know, where we hold each other, we rise together, you know. If yeah, it's just an honor and a blessing. I feel truly grateful. Thank you. Mwah, mwah. Ah, hi
Hi.
Toby.
A little shy.
Ah.
Love ya. Thank you so much, Vicky. Thank you to all of you. Like, I love these Wednesday calls. There's space for more people. So if you're watching and you felt inspired and you want to know more, reach out to the person who you know the most in this call, because they are a mentor. We're all mentors. We're all 1, 2, 3 steps ahead of you when it comes to essential oils. So we are all available to support you with bringing them into your world and educating you and mentoring you, like one-to-one, so that you have some help with that. So thank you guys so much. I love you all so much. Next week we'll do this again, and hopefully you'll have a new oil to talk about. That would be really cool if we share this regularly. Let's get this out there, because there's so much density right now. All the Save the Children stuff is amazing that it's coming to light, but it's heavy. It's heavy. It feels heavy within me. I don't know about you guys. And the COVID stuff and the fear about children returning back to school and what's going to happen, and lockdown and jobs, money, finances, health. You know, so to bring this, let's bring this. It will balance out social media a bit, just by bringing in solutions and hope. That's how I see doTERRA. That's how I see essential oils. And just anyone else that's wanting to go and get at their oils right now, just remember that of course you can go and get any oils, but if you go through us, through doTERRA, then you will get mentorship, support, and the highest frequency oils, the purest oils. This is an adulterated industry that's not regulated right now, unfortunately, but it will be in the future. doTERRA are working to change that, to make it a safer industry. But like the food industry, you know, you're not always getting what you think you're getting, and there's manipulation involved for profit, and that's what is being exposed everywhere in the globe right now. So it will come up, and it is coming up, about essential oils. So let's stay in our truth. Let's stay with the purest, the most ethical brand, and that's what doTERRA is all about. doTERRA means gift of the earth. Beautiful.
Toby agrees, right?
He was playing the didgeridoo yesterday really loud. I think it's going to get it now. So that's obviously the earth sound, the ground.
Yeah.
We're going to log off before it starts because it's going to be loud. Anyway, love you guys so much.
Thank you, Charlotte.
We'll finish on the
Oh, Toby, that's awesome.
Come here. Come on, Toby. Here he is, look.
I love it, Toby.
Oh, he's so funny. All right then. Bye. Thank you guys so much.